Good evening, everyone. I'm going to take a deep breath here. It's finally over. The State Legion Baseball Tournament Marquette wrapped up today with a rematch of Kingsford against Hudson. But before this game happened, the tournament saw 3 extra inning games. The Marquette Blues got eliminated on their home turf, and Hudson scored 21 runs in a game. So let's actually get to those highlights. It was a slugfest here in the third. Bryce Kirscher jacks this pitch to deep left, and it goes over the fence for a 2-run home run. Ian Winky scores, and it's an 8-5 Kingsford lead. But Hudson came back all game. Here in the 7th, A.J. Thompson is going to single through the hole to left field. Caleb Gullidge and Jake Hubbard scored to tie the game at 14. But Kingsford would take the lead in the top of the 9th. In the late game, Kyle Sexton fisted this pitch in the center field for a single, bringing home Jeff Gregory. Now it's 16-14. So what a game, 30 runs. And then Sexton did his job on the mound. He gets Cullen Wilkerson to ground out to short. Kingsford wins the Class A State Legion Baseball Tournament. He was also, Kyle Sexton was your MVP for the game. Congratulations on a great season for Kingsford. And we also have some local scores. 13-14 junior softball in regional in Akron, Ohio. And Callie Heller bunt in the 11th inning scored Mackenzie Leisner after an error for the winning run as Escanaba edged Melrose Park, Illinois 2-1. And then they won 14-4 against Des Moines, Iowa. And then we have the MLB score. Detroit beat Cleveland 6-1, and the Angels beat the White Sox 6-5. So White Sox keep falling. So the 2012 U.S. National Guts Frisbee Tournament kicked off today at Hurley Field. This year's tournament theme is player appreciation, and there sure was a lot of that today. If you take a look at these guys, they are all the way from Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Sooners traveled 200 miles to play in their first ever Guts tournament, and they are ultimate Frisbee players learning the Guts way. And here is the Air Aces as well. They started playing together in the year 1972. And after the preliminary round, they were all honored by all the teams and for their dedication to the game. Playing at the U.S. Nationals in Marquette is like a family reunion for this team, and they appreciate all the support.
It's a great team. Let's have a great game.
We weren't expecting this, you know, and we've been playing for a long time. We came back about 4, 5, 6 years ago and began to play again, but to us this is a big surprise and quite a pleasure.
We can still do it. We still surprise ourselves once in a while, and that makes it fun.
And there was a lot of good Frisbee from all ages this afternoon. Tomorrow's event starts at 10 a.m. and the championship game is slated for 6 p.m. In the Upper Peninsula Sports Hall of Fame has announced its 2013 class. NMU first hockey coach is Rick Comley, leads the list alphabetically, and Comley won national titles with the Wildcats and Michigan State. Outstanding assistant football coach Ron Satch Englund of Menominee joins the list, along with NAMA basketball standout Pat Grollo. Manistee native Bob King has many titles as a cross-country and track coach in California. Dina Sutton Kresge of Rudyard starred on the basketball court for Lake Superior State and NMU. Escanaba's Paul Miller coached Stevenson boys basketball to a state title. The late Ron Nettle of Houghton was a football and track athlete and played 2 sports at Michigan Tech. Deke Rutho won more than 400 games as men's and women's basketball coach at Gogebic Community College. And Marquette's John Vasso played 5 sports but is known for his hockey exploits. And Bob Whitens coached the North Central boys basketball team to a state title. The induction banquet is next April. And the FLW Walleye Tour wrapped up its 3rd and final day on the bays in Knock near Escanaba. Scandia's Derek Parker moved up from 10th to 7th place in the Pro Division, good for $6,400. And Ryan Dempsey of Oneida, Wisconsin, and Corey Sprengel of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, actually tied for 1st place in the Pro Division, 77 pounds, 1 ounce. Well, the rules state the tiebreaker goes to the angler who finished higher in the standings on the previous tournament day. That was Sprengler.
And I'll spend 20, 30 days up here in the winter ice fishing. I just love it up here. The people are awesome, and the water is awesome. And there's big walleyes. I love that.
The winds were good, but the fish did not want to bite. The only way we were able to get any fish is actually switch over to cranks, which is something that we hadn't done all week. It was hard. It was hard to put away the spinners after we caught so many fish on them. But we put on the cranks and started putting them in the box.
C.J. Johnson
Chad Schilling of South Dakota on the left was the Tour Pro Angler of the Year. C.J. Johnson of Iowa was the top co-angler for the season. The Tour Championship will be held on the Mississippi River in the Quad Cities area in late October. And the Iron River Fairgrounds once again hosted the UP Championship Rodeo this afternoon. The rodeo featured events including bull riding, the down roping, team roping, steer wrestling, and bareback riding. During the team roping event, Rob McBell from Swartz Creek, Michigan, does a nice job getting a lasso around the horns of that bull. Rodeo draws in close to 5,000 visitors each year, and the event will begin Friday and will continue tomorrow. And about 195 individuals and 50 teams competed in the 2012 Copperman Triathlon. Race consisted of a half-mile swim, 23-mile bike ride, and 5-mile run. The race started out with a swim in Lake Fanny Ho. Then the swimmers transitioned to a bike race along the shores of Lake Superior. Then finally a 5-mile run on a trail that runs parallel to US 41. The male side, Jeff Junty from Negaunee came in first, and in second was Derek Anderson from Marquette. And on the women's side, Ann Hoover from Hancock came in first, and in second was Carla Carter from Mohawk. And here's the medal count of the Olympics quickly. USA's finally in first with those 26 gold, China with 25, Great Britain with 14 in third.
Hey, I was just going to say, how do we catch up to China? What's going on? We never seem to get as many as they do, but I didn't have to ask.
You didn't. The track and field is helping them.
All right. Thanks a lot, Donnie. Well, up next, big toys on display in Nato Township. Don't go away.